Hello, welcome to Waking Up, episode number 2. Today we are discussing vibration and frequency. We're going to discuss what vibration and frequency are, and we're going to show you some ways to raise our vibrations and frequencies and enjoy an even better, wonderful, beautiful life. Today I am extremely blessed to have two amazing beings here with us. And this is Nathan and Alicia. And if you could please, Nathan, start by telling us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, thanks for having us here.
Thank you.
It's an honor to be able to exchange with you all. And so I have a background in agriculture, natural resource conservation, and so my recognition with vibration has a lot to do with the scientific and the taught and learned aspects of them. But over the last few years, I've been doing a lot of my own research into music and vibrational theory, and so it's has a lot to do with the spirit and essence of of agriculture as well. So it's been an interesting journey connecting up to that, and and this is my lovely wife Alicia. And,
Alicia, tell us about yourself. Tell us what your interests are and what you're doing at the moment.
I've been a massage therapist for almost 9 years now.
Awesome.
I got a sound practice in Western medicine, and then I came out here to California for Eastern medicine and
Nice.
took a break before I took the master's. So
Awesome.
it's been beautiful. I appreciate the herbology side to the Eastern medicine.
Okay.
So it's been a nice practice, and coming out here just really helped me flourish. And I loved what I was doing, and I was getting to the point where they're like, okay, this is the make or break point, and I really loved it, and I just wanted to continue, and it's been really great. It's been opening.
Wonderful. And I see you two are bringing a new life into the world.
Yeah.
So we'll start by you two sharing with us what are some things you're doing at the moment to raise your vibrations and to keep a nice, sound space for you and your new child that's coming.
Yeah.
What's something that you guys do? I think couples out there that are going to be having babies or have kids now would love to hear some things that they could possibly do to raise their vibrations in their family's home.
Yeah, well, we've been doing a lot of reading. There's definitely some amazing books out there that we've been benefiting from, so trying to educate ourselves about the experience so that way we can approach it with confidence and with some insight and some knowledge. We've been preparing a garden and a space in which we can share about plants and honor the medicine, and been getting the tools that we need to be able to make good food, just to be able to give the best opportunity to this little being, and give him the best space to be able to culture himself. So we're creating that foundation. Right?
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
What I find to be ideal is to focus on your breath. It allows you to become present, but it also allows you to keep that balance in the vibration. It lowers the heartbeat. It causes more oxygen in the body, which causes higher iron content, which actually makes you more attractive to those people that are in that vibrational frequency as well. So anytime you're anxious, or anytime you're feeling that you're living in a state of anxiety is futurizing, living in a state of depression is in the past. So to just focus on being present.
Yeah.
Being present
Yeah.
and focusing on the breath.
Yeah.
Nice.
The breath definitely it draws us back to the centeredness of where we are, which is obviously is important in whatever we do. We can live for many days without water and food, but without breath we can live but moments, right? So the breath is very focused upon in any practice that we're experiencing. So for us, whatever we're doing, and intimacy is important too, is in recognizing the breath in that practice, because having that ability, like you said, to amplify each other. When we're in a conscious and present exchange, whatever it is, whether it's shopping or whether hanging out, it's being able to stay within the moment for each other is really important.
Gentle reminders.
Yeah. That's always something I'm kind of listening for, feeling for, is that place in which the world is like, here's the silver platter, right?
Okay.
Here's the nourishment that you're asking for, but the challenge is listening to it, hearing that vibration in the way in which it's presented rather than the way in which I've asked it or expected it, right?
Okay.
Because we can ask for something like patience, but patience is not just experienced, it has to be practiced. So we get, traffic, right? So you're sitting here in traffic, experiencing this vibration, like, man, I really wanted to learn patience, but I don't know what it is, but I'm really frustrated now in this traffic. And you realize, like, oh yeah, I need to be here. And so learning to enjoy that moment for whatever its experience is, that's, harmonizing with that vibration.
Be in the moment.
Be in the moment, right.
So look inward, find out what you love, find out what makes you happy, do it, and then that raises your vibration. You go around other people who are doing the same thing, you're raising each other's vibration, experiencing awesomeness.
Alright, so we're going to do this muscle test.
Okay.
So let me tell you a little bit about muscle testing. Basically, the idea is we're trying to gauge the energy of the body through a very simple pressure energy, right? So what we're going to do is test the chakras. So
great.
We're gonna test your heart chakra to see where your heart's at.
Sounds great.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're gonna take your strong hand. So you're right-handed.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and put this arm straight out to your right.
Okay.
And then put your left hand onto your chakra, your heart, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna put pressure here, and I want you to resist the pressure. And we're gonna use this as the gauge to see where your energy is at in the moment, right? All right. So go ahead and just resist.
Right.
Okay. See, we're good, strong there. Okay. So now I want you to think about something recently that's made you angry or frustrated, right? Think about that energy in that time, and think about what that felt like. Right?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So now, resist again. Okay, it's definitely much weaker. Not nearly as strong, it drops a lot faster. Okay? So now we're gonna use the crystal singing bowl.
Okay.
So this is tuned to F, so it's tuned to the heart frequency, and this is a practitioner's bowl from Crystal Tones.
Alright.
So hold that here. And just put that energy right into the chakra. Test again.
Okay.
It's strong again, just like when it started. And so the idea is that with the emotion, it draws us back to that place where physically things become disconnected.
Okay.
And then the frequency is tuned to help reharmonize that. So it brings us back to that state of balance. When we first tested, you were very imbalanced. Your arm didn't move much at all. It was very stable. Right.
Stable.
Right. Then as soon as that emotion, that thought comes up, a little bit more flexibility, a little bit more difficult to lift up. Then again with the refix, right, of the energy, the frequency of the F coming back in. And again, this can be done with any F frequency at that point.
Okay.
And it will reharmonize. So we saw that strength come back again to it.
Yeah, it felt as if, we began, I was strong, stable, like you said. Then when that, negative emotion came, it made me weaker.
Right.
It threw me off balance.
Exactly.
And so we're trying to get ourselves back in balance and where we're strong and stable and feel good about ourselves and everything around us. So, so the crystal singing bowl here is something that we can all use and benefit from to keep us in that stable, grounded, strong feeling, that vibe of, yes, I'm good. I like how I feel, and not being thrown off by emotions that we all can feel at times.
Right, because the emotions are tools.
Okay.
We are not the emotions. We are using the emotions as a reflection to gauge our experience, right?
Okay.
So, like we said, we had that anger space where we're like, oh, I felt this, and for some reason, it stimulates this experience, right, in our being, and it makes us more sluggish, right? But we aren't that emotion. So when we can allow ourselves to cleanse it, we say, hey, I forgive myself. It's all good. Bring it back to love again, right?
Okay.
It turns the shadow into light, right?
Okay.
So the idea is when we're around those things that we love, we feel it, we feel good, we feel up, we're happy.
Right.
And then, but we also have to remember there's the shadow of it.
Okay.
So there's those frequencies that take us away from that. So there's certain music we can feel, oh, that's dark, that's really like, that essence that is not uplifting for me, right? So this is something important to consider when we're just even listening to the radio or watching TV or whatever, right?
Yes.
So that impact that those vibrations can have upon us could easily be tuning us out of our harmony without us even realizing it. So that's where it becomes so important and essential to recognize the impact of words and of sounds and names. We all give each other names because it's a vibrational resonance, right? So it's important for us to recognize and appreciate these things because then we can use the power in a good way, right? There is that shadow aspect where people are cursing and doing these things, but in order for us to bring that back to the light, we have to send these blessings of protection and peace and happiness and joy, right? So all of those hold a vibration at which stimulate us in a positive way, right? Bring us back to harmony rather than push us out of harmony. So the more we embody that energy, the easier it is to recognize it amongst us, right?
I love how you said cleansing the emotions, not identifying with it, not taking that on as who we are, those angry emotions, sad, depressed feelings, those sluggish, feeling tiredness and all that, all those things, not identifying with that, not taking it on as that's who we are.
Not owning it, not claiming it.
But recognizing it.
Okay, recognizing
it's important to Thich Nhat Hanh mentions that we have this emotion, this feeling.
Okay.
We recognize it, we allow it to experience, we allow it to pass, and then we have the next feeling.
Nice.
Right? So the idea is not to get caught in the experience that we're having, but to recognize it and appreciate it for what it is. Right? So if I'm having that challenging space, I'm driving, someone just cut me off driving, right? Instead of letting that explode energetically, I can take myself and like, okay, maybe they were in a hurry, maybe they had somewhere to be, or maybe, they just allowed me to avoid something that I didn't perceive, right? So it's allowing ourselves to retune to that frequency in which we're appreciating the things that heighten our vibration rather than focusing so much on those things that challenge our vibration. So we've definitely covered a lot of topics today regarding vibration and frequency. So again, vibration is the math of the universe, right? It sets everything in motion. It brings everything into its harmony. It holds our being together, right? So this is obviously a very diverse topic. We covered its relation to crystals, aromatherapy, is all related to this chemical vibration, sound vibration and its impact. We expressed through muscle testing how these things are physically provable and verifiable in our experience. We talked about magnetism to places and people and things and sounds that we hear. So all of these things are vibrationally relevant. It's all physics. It's all things that we can talk about in a scientific way, or we can talk about in a spiritual way. It's something where we could go on years and years about any of these subjects, and what's important is that we're coming back to ourselves and remembering that our vibration is what's important in the moment. It's the only thing we can control, the only thing we can impact. And that reflection will draw us to those other vibrations where, again, we make more choices. So, further questions and things, please contact us. Let us know. We talk about these things all the time, and it's nice to be able to share. And definitely, keep on asking questions. Keep on bringing it forward, and we'll keep bringing these concepts back into fruition and help recognize.
Well, thanks so much. Everything that you both shared is wonderful and very much appreciated. And I've got to go get a crystal singing bowl to
Yeah.
retune all my, vibes and
Yeah.
everything. I found that very healing. And everybody out there, just keep looking inward, find out what you love, and keep doing what you love, and enjoy this beautiful movie that we're all in called life. And let's raise our own vibrations, and then, share with others. And see you on the next episode. Lots of light and love.